this part of the Toon Boom tutorial is about coloring. Now, in this case, I'm not sure if there's a more efficient method. If there is, I'll be sure to look it up, or maybe someone will tell me. But in any case, this is the method I found that worked with coloring. So several things that you need to set up. You do need to set up a palettes here, and the color. Do need to have your tool away from there to this, so you can get these here under tool properties, which you can add through this, and here you can add through this. I mean, I just like to have them separated. It just makes it easier to have them in two different areas. Right. What else? I like to create a new layer here. I'll just call it drawing and just rename it. Have them both bitmap so we can actually color on it. And here we'll put what you call it? We'll put it suit, black suit on. Yeah, ninja suit. We'll use this. We'll use this as a base. All right. So let's close. Alright, we can put that at the bottom with this being on top. This, I mean, think about these like Photoshop layers. So this should be a vector, and hence anything we color underneath here should show up and the outline should remain. For clarity's sake, I'll add another drawing and have it as hair. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Hair. Right. And yes, this also works like, as I said, Photoshop layers. So whatever you color here, these will obscure. You see what I mean in a bit. For now, several things about this particular project. We have a color palette, so we have to find it. So I mean, if you don't have a color palette, you can make up your own here. I'll show you how in a bit, but if you do, you need to find it. You need to find your color palette and maybe import it. So yep, let's go for, is there a color palette here? Here we are. Here's a color palette reference. Alright, so here we want to keep imported as a Toon Boom bitmap drawing so that it retains its colors. Unless I'm wrong. Oh dear, this part I don't remember 100%. We'll see what happens if we import it as such. Nope. Yes. Ah, yeah, that was correct. Alright, so this will be our reference layer. Let's just move it so that it's a little nicer just to look at. Yeah. Alright, so right now we want to create palettes. Here, the color, you get palettes. That's usually minimized. So am I right? Oh wait, that's the wrong one. It's down here. Huh. Maybe, oh right, we minimized that. Right, okay, my bad. So these two are quite confusing, as you can see. So in any case, oh, maybe I did say. I think I'll have to test that in a bit. Alright. In any case, let's create a palette from here, from scratch. Say you want to create a palette from scratch, you would have these by default, you have these given to you on the palette. We don't need any of these except maybe white. Yeah, let's keep white and black. Yeah, okay. So you can delete them by just selecting all these. What I did was basically just select one, shift select this, and delete swatch by right clicking to bring up the menu. Yes, delete. Alright, let's see if there's any major difference. Oh yeah, this is right, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Let's undo. Undo is up here. So right, we don't delete this, otherwise, as you saw earlier, your lines turn red for some reason. So any case, let's just delete all these. Delete swatch. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is fine. There you go. Right, so now I believe there are several methods of creating the palette. In my experience so far, I've encountered two methods that should work. If one method doesn't work, the other should at least. That's the base. In any case, one method is to basically press that, new color 0, double click, and you double click on, let's do that again. Let's name this actually hair. Yeah, hair. Oh wait, maybe better be specify female ninja hair. Yeah, there you go. So to change the color of this palette choice, double click on the color and take this. Notice this dropper here. You will have to click and hold. I'm holding the left mouse button as I click. So once more, yeah. See, I mean, have a look at this. Drag the dropper to the desired. So basically, click, hold, and drag. As you can see, the color here changes depending on where you are pointing the thing, pointing this little pointer at. So we want to go for color base for the hair. Release. That should change it. There you go. That's fine. Now, I believe in some people's cases this doesn't work. I don't know why. I'm not sure what settings I have to change to fix it. However, that said, there is a way. What you can do instead, if that doesn't work, is to use this option. No, that's not the right one. Yeah, here we are. Dropper. This is, by the way, the brush tool which we use to paint in a bit. But here's the dropper. So select the dropper. Alright. And now we want the suit base. Suit base is here. So when we click on the suit base, notice that these colors here change. And when you click that, that should come up here. And you can name it Female Ninja Suit. Perfect. Oh, in regards to this, I believe we changed these values to 40, 40, 40 for the suit. I will have to check on that in a bit. In any case, what else? This is something I will have to check. The actual values of the color palettes actually used for in this particular project I'm using. But you can use the RGB values to change stuff. Also the hue, saturation, and values. Right. Any case, so you could use the dropper. It is a little easier rather than, I guess, you know, I will concede that it's a little easier compared to clicking this, clicking that. But this didn't work. Right. Let's properly click that. Don't know why it's not working now. Why are you saying no? Oh, right. Here we are. There we are. It would help if you select the layer that you're in, and so as to select color. If you, I guess no layer is selected. Alright, I'm not sure why that happened. Like, never mind. Any case, just so that things work, just select the layer you're in, select this box you're in, and select that. So we can go to the palette. And what did this change? Oh dear, I don't understand how this works anymore. Any case, that's the headband, female ninja headband. And let's go for one more. Let's go here. I don't know if it's any different. Female ninja belt. Now, for my sake, I just want to confirm. I'll just do it this way. Wait, what? They look the same. Are they the same? Can I open two at the same time? No. 339. There's ever so slight difference. Okay, never mind. At least there is a difference. Alright. Okay, so I mean you can continue building your palette by taking all the necessary colors, but for now, as the example, this will do for these will do. Oh, actually one more. We'll call this the accessories, I suppose. Yeah, we'll call this we'll call these the, you know, I can't remember what I had. I just call it accessories. I may make another video on the actual palettes for project, but for now, for this particular video, it doesn't matter, right? Any case, here we are. This is the stuff like I would like to use. Maybe I'll just put here female ninja, just for organization's sake. So it's like, yeah, it's all female ninja stuff. Okay, now coloring, right? First, let's get rid of the look at this eye. We get rid of the reference so that we can see what's below. All right. And from here we select, say, I want to go color the ninja suit. Now, it doesn't really matter so much in this case because when we created the layers, like so, we had them both as bitmap, but in a Toon Boom, sort of, at least as how I understand how Toon Boom works, you usually like to use these buttons here. So this one's preview all our layers. That one I don't really necessarily touch. Here, this is set line art as a current layer, and how I understand line art to be is this actual line, and you also got a color sort of layer, which you can see in the vector layer of the female ninja outline. It is a bit of a mess. That's fine. For now, we want to just select under ninja suit and ninja hair the color layer that we will be coloring in. Try to keep this in mind, just for consistency's sake. Or there's been times where I've forgotten. It doesn't seem to matter, but just for, just to make things neat, keep this color layer selected when you're coloring. And the vector, this one is more for vector stuff, so just don't use that, I suppose. Alright, several other things before we start. We change our dropper tool to our brush tool so we can actually draw like that. So let me undo that. Oh, lovely. Let's see. Let's change it to this. Yep, perfect. Now we want the suit. Okay. Lastly, notice the outline. When you draw, you get to see the outline as such. However, if you select this, there are two ways to view this. One is as such. The other way is that you got this OpenGL and you got the render view. The render view is the final output view, if you like, of this this coloring screen, if you like. So you click that. This is what it will look like when it's finally ready to be exported out, if you like. So I like to color using this render view actually. So I mean, it gives me what I will get in the end. If you like, you can color using this. It's just that I prefer this method. However, if your computer is not fast or good enough to render as you color along, you can just simply use this. It's fine. This is more of a personal preference, right? Also, one other thing, under tool properties of the brush, I like to have my flow high because it gives me that. I'm currently not painting this as much as I am, how will I put it, putting down a base color. So for this I would like to have a maximum flow, which means that, you know, if you have a less than maximum flow, it becomes, let's see, we put it down to that, you get a more painterly effect when you paint, when you sort of color. However, when you have maximum flow, this there is no change in there is no sort of like gradual sense of coloration. In any case, right now I would recommend having a tablet color also. It just makes it more easier if you're used to tablets anyway. But you can use a mouse. Props to you for doing so. It's a little less convenient, I find. Right, so right now you can use this to color. You can it's a simple matter of just using a tablet to color, or just left clicking and, you know, brushing over. Right, right now I'm just coloring over this. As of yet, I've not found a way to prevent, what you call it, I've not found a way to mask out the outlines, you see. So when I color, it tends to go over the outline of the Ninja Go. I will look it up, and if I do find such a way, I will get back. I will amend this or come up with a new tutorial. But for now, this part usually it's the just putting down the base color of the suit. It's a whole matter of just zooming in, maybe reducing the size so you get a bit better accuracy. It just takes a bit longer to color though if you are doing it this way. I like to also, for how I order the layers, actually for me it's quite this is more of a personal thing, I suppose. Some people may not care for it or might not even bother about it, but I like to color for those color layers that are at the very bottom, right? I like to go a little beyond the outline sort of thing. So, well, beyond outlines that sort of crossover, like here between the hair and these shoulder straps. So I'm just very quick, just trying to get a color down here. Okay, that's not good. By the way, feel free to fast forward using, I hope I've done this, using using the timers below if you want to skip this to a more important section. I should have said that. I mean, I'm just going to color this so that it's nice looking and all. Take a little while if you want to stick around, but yeah. Okay, that's not good. decrease the size. Can I stop here? I'd like to. Almost done with a rump. There has to be easier way to color. In any case, almost done. I think there's shortcuts for these two actually. There must be a shortcut. I believe I found it before. Alright, so almost done. I believe these brush. What's this? What is the shortcuts? Will someone tell me? Any case, right. This will do for now. Alright. So we're here, we're back here, and we've got the base suit down. Now, the reason why I put label such as so is that when I want, say, to draw the hair, right, reduce the size a bit, it takes place over the suit layer. So what you see here is just me coloring over the suit layer, and it's just easier to. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm using the Alt button and Command on the Mac to rotate. There must be a similar function on the Windows. However, I don't know what functions are, so I'm just using this to rotate the canvas, so that's easier for me to draw or color, as the case is. But as you can see, it's relatively. Let's put the flow for the eraser and decrease the size. Right, decrease the size further, I think, for more accuracy. As I said, I wish there was a way to get a more accurate color, but yeah, a bit in a dear. Any case, point is, right, you get the reason why I arrange the layers as such and why I color as such. It's just an easier method to do so, or at least so far I found. I know in Photoshop you can, if I'm not mistaken, mask out certain aspects that makes it easier. However, I've not found such ways as of yet in Toon Boom. I bet they are, but as of now, I am literally just learning all these as on the fly, as you know, as is the case. If you'd like to send me a free lesson for Toon Boom, please do, because any resource I found that on the web that doesn't require paying, it's a bit convoluted and doesn't really explain what I want fully, in a way. A bit frustrating in that sense. Everything you see here literally is me just learning things on the go. So any case, me complaining over, I'm just now I'm now creating a new drawing. I'll name it shoulder strap. Let's just go for that. I mean, you get the point now. It's literally just, oh, undo that actually. Let's make it show the strap color, and let's delete the previous one. It's a matter of ensuring that it's bitmap. Add this one, we have to delete in a bit. One belt. So adding clothes. Right, that's this one. Delete. Okay, and now let's rearrange this so that they're below the hair. As you can see, sort of like structure wise, these are below the hair. The hair is on top, so they will be on top. Belt below the accessories. So let's just do that. You can rename this also actually. If you double click on the layer, or if you click hard on the layer, or you double click like that, either way, you're able to access the name function to rename it. So I'll just call this accessories. You'll see what I'll do with these in a bit. But for now, let's go for the belt. Right, let's select the belt. We're in belt layer. Always make sure you're in the right layer. You don't want to mess up your drawings. So let's go for this. Let me just rotate my function and just do this. Because the belt is above the suit, we have to be careful not to go over that layer, but we can just ignore this one here because we're going to use accessories to color that. So let's just quickly do this. Raise this. Right. Now we take our accessories and, oh wait, we're under erase. And we go color. Yeah, I was just checking. Had a quick look over here to make sure I was in the color layer. You know, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just that you see what happens is like when I'm in the color layer, whatever happens in the color layer doesn't happen. You know, you get what I mean. It's just for consistency's sake to remain in one layer. So we're almost done with this tutorial. In fact, that's, I believe, is the current should end this particular short series of survival tactics, if you like, in Toon Boom. Oh dear, you can see a color there. Color sort of like spewing out into the hair. We can fix that by, oh, hold on, let's just go here and go up here. Yeah. Alright, so let's maybe delete this bit, I think, and go to hair, go to brush, just brush out the offending bits we don't want. Okay, that looks better. And again, go down to accessories, color accordingly. Okay, so I guess that's it actually. That's all that's required. I mean, here it's more just like looking at the color palettes, matching them and coloring each frame, 100 of them carefully. But you know, really, that's it. See, it's getting there. It's sort of like it's taking shape. So in any case, that's all for now. Should there be any amendments, I will make further videos profiling them in such ways. Maybe it's like shortcuts to maybe have the outline selected and just color them normally. You know, just like with. In any case, the point is, thank you for sticking around for these tutorials. I'll see you next time.